If you're looking to build the perfect 5v5 Pro-Am team, you need players that are effective in their role. From a point guard that can see everything on the court to a shooting guard that can score from anywhere on the floor. You need a lockdown that takes pride in shutting down the opposing team's best player and a swing who can back him up and man the middle of the defense. Lastly, you need a big who can make his mark on the defensive end of the court, but is also very deadly on offense. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys the best builds for each position in competitive Pro-Am. Alright, I'm not even going to waste y'all's time. We're going to hop straight into this video. First position we're going to talk about is obviously the point guard position. One of the most important positions on the court. You got to have a point guard who can see the floor, a point guard who has the right build in order to be able to make the passes, you know, find people when they're open, but it's also a threat to score the ball as well. Now, the point guard build I'm about to show you guys right now in this video, this is going to be the same build that I posted previously, like my last two build videos. It's all the same build, bro. I've been using this build since the start of the year. I've only made one build this year, and bro, I really feel like on my first try I made the best point guard build in NBA 2K25. But let's get into all the attributes and all that stuff of this build. So you're going to be 6'2" for your height. Reason I went 6'2" is because I honestly feel like that is the sweet spot in terms of height for PGs this year. You're able to get the most attributes out of your build when it comes to being 6'2". I went with a 6'6" wingspan as well because you're going to have dunk on this build. If you have dunk, bro, I don't see the point in going low wingspan. I feel like 6'6" is a good spot to where you can still get that 94.3, but you're also able to dunk as well. I went 170 for the weight. That don't really matter too much. And mind you, this same build I'm showing you guys is the same exact point guard build that I posted, you know, like a couple videos ago, bro. It's going to be the exact same build. So if you want the full entire breakdown for this build right here, go watch that video. But I'm going to give you guys a brief little breakdown, just show you guys all the attributes. So your close shot is going to be a 73. That 73 close shot, y'all know how the game is. Everything is all tied together, so that automatically goes up. Your driving layup is going to be a 79. The 79 driving layup lets you get float game on silver if you really wanted to, bro. If you're somebody who likes to pull off floaters, you can put that extra badge that you get in the season pass and throw that on float game, and now you'll have gold float game. You know what I mean? Like, bro, you can go up with floaters, and if you want to, you can put that +1 badge on the layup mix master, and now you have silver layup mix master. That's just if you like to go up with flashy layups, things like that. Your driving dunk is going to be an 88. That 88 driving dunk is going to allow you to rise up against centers, allow you to rise up against the best of the best swings, bro, as you guys can see in all these clips right here, bro. But having a crazy high dunk rating in 2K25, I'm not sure if that's really the wave. Like, the dunk meter is decent, it's not that great, and dunks itself are just not that great as far as like contact dunks. If you want to have a higher driving dunk though, I guess you could definitely do it, but for me, I don't feel like it's really that worth it. I feel like the 88 is going to get the job done. Now for standing dunk, I have my standing dunk at a 46. You could go 45, but at the end of the build I had one extra, you know, point, so might as well throw it on there. And also the standing dunks, anytime I'm like calling plays for my team, as you guys can see in a clip right here, like standing dunk really just helps, bro. You're able to go up a lot faster, bro. You got to have standing dunk on your build, bro. It doesn't cost a lot of points either. All you really need is a 45 to get both the standing dunk packages, so you gotta have that. Your mid-range is going to be an 84. 84 mid-range is tied into the 3-ball. Once you go up to 94.3, automatically brings your midi up to 84. And 84 midi, bro, honestly, bro, my build last year had an 80 mid-range, and 84 midi, I am making every mid-range. To be honest, shooting mid-ranges feels even smoother than shooting threes at this point in the game right now. Like, it's absolutely crazy. But 84 midi, bro, you're going to be able to knock down everything. And what you really could do is you could throw on that extra badge on Shifty Shooter. You get that on Hall of Fame, and now you're a midi assassin, bro. Like, it's gonna be crazy. Your 3-ball is gonna be a 94. Like I said, bro, that's gonna allow you to get all these gold badges. You get Deadeye on gold, you get Limitless on gold. You could also throw that +1 on Limitless. Now you have Hall of Fame Limitless range. I wouldn't advise you to do it just because Limitless is not the greatest badge right now, but you could do that as well. You got Mini Marksman on gold, Set Shot Specialist on gold, and obviously that Shifty Shooter on gold. And then my free throw is gonna be 99 for Pro-Am as a point guard. I just don't want to miss from the line at all, and I haven't missed a free throw this year, bro. Like, it's crazy. I haven't missed a free throw all year. Free throws are so much better than last year. But now we can get into the playmaking on this build. This is very key. Now, most guard builds you see, you'll probably see point guards go, you know, maybe 70 pass act, 75 pass act. For me, bro, I'm gonna go 85 pass act because I like to go up with dunks at times, and let's say you get taken out of animation, especially when you're playing Pro-Am, you want to be able to bail out of that dunk or that layup or whatever it is. So you gotta have that bailout on bronze. You need an 85 pass act to get it, and 85 pass act is gonna be good enough to let you get majority of the good passing styles. I don't use any, to be honest, but if you feel like you want to use it to speed up your passes, I don't see a problem with it. That Tyrese Halliburton is really good, so if you want to tweak this build a little bit to get that 89 pass act, I don't see a problem with that as well, especially especially if you're playing Pro-Am, bro. Having a high pass sec for a PG is very crucial. You gotta have that. You get that break starter silver. Let's say you end up getting the rebound out of the corner. Now you can chuck it all the way up to your hash. You're also able to get that dimer on gold, and what you can do is from the season pass, you get that tier 2 little +1 badge, bro. You put that on dimer on Hall of Fame, and now your teammates is gonna be knocking down their shots, bro, because you know, I know everybody's struggling with shooting right now in the game, so having Hall of Fame dimer is definitely gonna help. Going down to your ball handle, 94 ball handle, you're gonna need that playing against these locks. You know, they be spamming square, bro. You gotta have some type of protection, you know what I mean? So you get that handles for days on Hall of Fame. You really could go down to 93 if you don't feel like you want handles for days on Hall of Fame and put it somewhere else. But I feel like, bro, as a point guard, you want to be able to dribble without getting tired, so you're gonna need that. You get that unpluckable gold, you get that ankle assassin on gold. Ankle breakers are absolutely OP this year. Your speed with ball is gonna be a 94. That 94 speed with ball lets you get legend lightning launch, bro. Absolutely crazy badge. My player moves so fast with the ball, it's absolutely insane. And then for the defense on this build, bro, the defense is kind of crazy. Like the 63 block, bro, just take a look at all these clips right here. I'm literally blocking everything at the rim, bro, and I'm telling you, this paired with the 6'6 wingspan, it's gonna be a scary thing for locks and swings in the corner when you're on defense, bro, because you know they be trying to call plays, little back doors, bro. Nigga, give me that, bro. I'm not going for none of that. Like this build right here is gonna be able to get blocks at the rim. You're gonna be able to wall up in the paint. You're gonna be able to get bumpy on the perimeter at times. And then the 73 steal, don't even get me started with silver interceptor, bro. Steals are absolutely OP in this game, and you really don't even need that high of a steal, to be honest. You could really take this down to a 67 and only have glove on bronze and interceptor on bronze, or you could even take this down to a 60 steal and then you'll have bronze interceptor, and that's still going to be good enough for you to get steals, bro. I'm telling you, steals are so OP in this game. But this build can hold its own on the defensive end. This build separates itself from majority of point guard builds you see. This build right here is a demon on defense. Now for your physicals, your speed is going to be at 89 speed. That's tied in with speed with ball, so you can't really do anything about that. Your agility is going to be at 82. Now to be honest, you could also tweak this build and make your agility higher. I feel like at times without the ball, 82 doesn't feel that fast. It's not going to be that big of a difference, but if you want to feel a little bit faster, you know, on the court in terms of like the short little boosts, I would say you could put this up. Your strength is going to be a 38, and then your vert is going to be a 75 to wrap up this build. This is the best point guard build in NBA 2K25. I don't care what anybody says, but now we're going to move on to the shooting guard position. Let's go. All right, now at the shooting guard spot, your height is going to be 6'3". That 6'3" height right there, you want to keep your build small just because smaller builds get the most attributes. The weight is going to be 179. That don't really matter too much. You don't want to just be too big though. And your wingspan is going to be 6'6" for this build. When it comes to being a hash, you're obviously going to want to play lanes, and so that 6'6" wingspan is going to help you get steals. We're going to talk about the steal rating in a second, but for the attributes, your close shot is going to be a 70 close shot. Like we talked about, it's all tied in with everything else. Your driving lane is going to be a 79, same as the PG build. Your driving dunk is going to be a 43. Now once you get the 40 driving dunk, you're able to get, I believe it's the CJ McCollum dunk package, so you're going to want that just so you can at times, you know, dunk on the break and things like that. Your standing dunk is going to be a 48. You have extra attribute points at the end of the build, so you just throw it on that, but you really could go 45 though. Your post control is going to be a 39. Obviously that don't really matter. Now for the shooting, now you're going to have a 95-3 on this build. Now that 95-3 lets you get Hall of Fame Deadeye, and it lets you get set shot specialist on Hall of Fame. Now those two badges are key because when you're spotting up at the hash, you're going to want to be able to knock down shots if somebody's jumping at you from afar. And then also that set shot specialist is pretty much like catch and shoot, bro. So you're definitely going to want those two badges. Those are probably the most two important badges as far as shooting goes for a hash. And obviously you're going to have that 85 mid-range. That's a little bit higher than the PG build, so this build is probably going to be a tiny bit better at shooting from the midi than, you know, the PG build. But this build is going to be an automatic scoring machine. 95 3 ball, bro, absolutely insane. You could also put that +1 badge on limitless range, and now you got Hall of Fame limitless range. This build is going to be crazy on offense. Now your free throw is going to be a 90, pass sack is going to be a 69. You don't need to have that high of a pass sack when you're, you know, playing hash, but you really could go higher if you want to tweak this build just a tiny bit. Your ball handle is going to be a 94. The 94 ball handle, you get the handles for days on Hall of Fame, same as the PG build. You get that unpluckable gold as well, and the ankle assassin. Going to need those, especially, you know, you're the secondary ball handler, so you want to be able to, you know, dribble around the locks, help your PG out if he's struggling. And then your speed with ball is going to be a 91. That lets you get lightning launch on Hall of Fame. And my hash, bro, he's still moving different, as you guys can see in all these clips that I'm showing y'all. he's moving on offense, bro. Like 94 really and 91 is not the crazy difference, but for the PG build, just having the Legend Lightning launch, it just looks better. Now for the defense on this build, the 85 perimeter defense lets you get Challenger on silver, you get on-ball menace on silver, and then you also get Pick Dodger on silver. You also get the off-ball pest on gold, and these are going to be good enough defensive badges for you to clamp up the opposing teams, you know, best hash. Or if you get switched onto the PG, bro, you're going to be able to play defense as well. Like, nobody's moving that crazy in terms of dribbling on 2K25 so far, so 85 prim is definitely going to get you through this, you know, first little part of the year. Your steal's going to be a 91. That 91 steal's going to have you hawking everything in the lanes, bro, and you really could take this down to an 85 and you'll still have interceptor gold, but you only have glove on silver, and glove is really not that OP. So I feel like you could go down to an 85 steal. You might be able to tweak it and go even lower than that, but I would still say, just to be safe, you know, you still want to get on the breaks, you still want to get steals in the lanes and stuff like that. You're playing at the top of the key, so having a 91 steal is going to be good for your build. Your 36 block, that's gonna, I mean, that don't really matter. You're never really dropping to the paint anyways. And then defensive rebound is gonna be a 45. Your speed is gonna be an 86 though. That 86 speed is gonna have you moving around the court. You're gonna be dexing niggas left and right, bro. You're gonna be able to, you know, move and get open off the ball. Your agility is gonna be a 90. That's obviously helps you off the ball as well. If you're, you know, spot finding a nigga, you know what I mean? You're just hitting R2, dexing around the court. That's gonna be OP with this 90 agility. That's gonna be key right there. Your strength is gonna be a 45, and then your vert is gonna be a 56. Now that pretty much wraps up this hash build, bro. I'm telling you, my boy Lad is an absolute bucket, bro. And if you're trying to be a bucket like him, you gotta have this hash build right here. So for all my hashes, bro, this is the sauce right here. Now we gonna get into the lock build, what some would argue is probably the most important build on a pro-am team. All right, now the height for this lock build is going to be 6'7". That's always a good spot for a good lock build. Your weight is going to be 222, and then your wingspan is going to be 7'3". That's maxed out. You got to have long arms if you're going to be in the lanes, you know what I mean? You're going to be getting plucks. You're going to want to have that long wingspan, and then you're going to be able to shoot over people in the corner as well. Now your close shot is going to be a 72. That don't really matter too much. You know, it's tied into everything else. Your driving layup is going to be a 50. Driving dunk is going to be a 70. That's going to be good enough to, when you're getting out on the breaks, you know, with your hash, you're going to be able to dunk at the rim. You're going to be able to finish strong. Your standing dunk is going to be a 45. That's obviously, you know, what you need. That's the requirement for the 2 standing dunks. Post control is going to be a 50. That's all tied into strength and everything like that, so don't even worry about that. Your mid range is going to be an 87. Now that 87 midi right there lets you get shifty shooter on silver. That's going to be a key badge. If it's late clock, you're going to be able to hit fades out of the corner and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Clock winding down, you want to have that. Now your 3 ball is going to be a 79. That 79 3 right there, it doesn't give you any badges, but that 79 3 is just going to allow you to hit more consistently. You find a good jumper, that Jared Culver base. Hey, bro, my lock, he's sparking everything. He's probably shooting the highest percentage out of everybody on the team. Shout out my boy Lee, he a hooper. Now, free throw is going to be an 87. Obviously, you know, you want to have free throw on any pro-am build. Your pass sack is going to be a 71. Now, that 71 pass sack lets you get dimer on silver. Now, that's going to be key. You're going to be able to help your guards out at times, you know what I mean? If you want to, you know, throw a break, if you end up coming up with a rebound, then you're going to be able to hit your hash, and he's going to be able to knock down his shot. So having silver dimer on a lock build, that's just, you know, bro, you gotta, we're playing pro-am, you gotta have team ball, you get what I'm saying? Now the ball handle, that's obviously tied into everything else, so that don't really matter. 62 ball handle. Speed with ball is going to be a 64. So when you do have that ball on the break, you're not going to be an absolute slow poke. And then your interior defense is going to be a 60. That 60 interior defense lets you get paint patroller on bronze. So if you ever get switched onto the big in the paint, bro, it says it protects the rim at a high level, and I'm not gonna lie, bro, Leak is able to wall up in the paint at times. You know, we switch comfortably, to be honest, on defense, and I feel like having a good defensive pro-am team, if you're if your swing and your lock are able to switch and nothing changes in the defense, like you're able to switch perfectly, bro, I feel like those are the best defenses, bro, that when the swing and the lock can literally switch back and forth and it's no problem. Pause. And then your perimeter defense is going to be a 97. That 97 perim right there lets you get Pick Dodger on Hall of Fame. You're going to need that to get around the screens. Screens are still crazy this year, so you know you're going to want to be able to get around that. Your steal is going to be a 91. That 91 steal, bro, you really could. I know most lock builds, they take it higher than that, but bro, steals are OP. So if you're making your build, bro, to be honest, this is my motto right here. Whatever you feel like your steal rating needs to be, you should probably go down a badge. Like, you probably don't need whatever you feel like you need. So 91, Leak tested his build out at the beginning of the year, and he had a 90, whatever it is to get, I think it's 95 steal. And to be honest, 95 steal really wasn't worth it at all, bro. Like, you can really go down to 91. Gold interceptor is literally all you need. You don't need Hall of Fame interceptor. Your block is going to be a 74. That 74 block lets you get you also need that for the paint patroller or whatever. You're gonna have a 60 defensive rebound, so if you ever get thrown down into the paint, you might be able to come up with the board. Might just be able to get it. Now your speed, this is key for a lock, bro. This is probably the most important attribute as far as locks go. You want to have a high speed. If you don't have a high speed, you're not going to be able to move around the court to guard, you know, the best of the best players. You're going to need that 88 speed right there. The agility is also key too, because that agility lets you get that pick dodger on Hall of Fame as well. You want to have agility on your build. If you make a lock build with your speed in like the 70s or your agility in the 70s, you're going to be moving like a snail. You want to make sure that your speed and your agility is high, so that not only you're able to get the badges, but you're going to be able to move fast on the court. Now your strength is going to be at 85. That 85 strength lets you get a movable enforcer on gold. So again, if you ever get switched into the paint, you're going to be moving ass on the centers, bro. You know what I mean? You're going to be moving ass on the guards. You get what I'm saying? Like no matter what, bro, you're going to be moving ass. Now your vertical is going to be a 70. Gonna want to have that 70 vert. Doesn't give you any badges, but if you don't have vertical, you're not going to be able to get rebounds. You're not going to be able to get blocks. So you got to have that vert, and that pretty much wraps up this build right here, bro. Best lock build in NBA 2K25. Leak is by far the best lockdown in 2K25, bro. Argue with your mom. But now we're gonna get into the swing builds, and me personally, I feel like this is the most important build when it comes to Pro-Am, because your defense is literally everything, and the swing literally is the center of the defense. Let's get it. All right, now for the swing build, the position is going to be power forward. If you go small forward, you lose out on some things. You want to go 6'8" for the height. You could go 6'7", but also you still lose out on a few things at 6'7". So 6'8" is probably the best height for a swing. Your weight is going to be 239. That 239 weight allows you to get your 80 agility. You're going to need that. Your wingspan is going to be 7'4". That 7'4" wingspan going to allow you to wall up in the paint, allow you to get steals, you know what I mean, when you're roaming around, you know, the court on defense. So you're going to want that 7'4" wingspan. Now your close shot is going to be a 70. Driving layup is going to be a 40. Your driving dunk is going to be a 55. Now that 55 driving dunk, you're going to be able to, you know, cut back door at times. Your standing dunk is going to be a 45. You get the 2 standing dunk packages, and your post control is going to be a 50. Now you guys might be saying that the finishing doesn't look crazy on this build. Now obviously once you see the full build, you're going to be able to tweak it and, you know, change a few things if you want to have a little bit more finishing. But obviously as a swing, your main role is defense. Your mid-range is going to be at 85. That 85 mid-range lets you get dead-eye on silver. Your 3-ball is going to be a 78. That's going to be key, so you're knocking down your shots in the corner. Your free throw is going to be an 80. Now your pass act is going to be a 75. The 75 pass act, Sanji's been throwing bullets, I'm not going to lie, like to my boy Lat on the break. 75 is probably really all you need, to be honest, to, you know, throw lengthy passes full court. You get that break starter on silver. Your ball handle is going to be a 55, and then your speed with ball is going to be a 54. Those two things don't really matter. Now your interior defense is going to be a 74. That lets you get the post move lockdown on bronze. You're able to get your perimeter defense to an 85. That 85 prim lets you get on ball menace on silver. You're going to want that if you ever switch out into, you know, the guards. That's going to allow you to lock them up out on the perimeter. Your steal is going to be a 91. Now Sanji did use a higher steal than this earlier on in the year, but to be honest, bro, you really don't need it. Like I said, if you really feel like you want Hall of Fame interceptor, you could just put the +1 badge. That's really all you have to do. So gold interceptor is going to get the job done, bro. You don't need it any higher than that. Your block is going to be at 88. That 88 block lets you get high flying denier on gold. That's basically like chase down, if you guys didn't know. So you want to have that as like chase down artist. Your rebound is going to be a 92. Your offensive rebound is going to be a 57. You want that so you're able to get box outs in the paint. You're able to get rebounds at times when your center doesn't. Your speed is going to be at 83. That 83 speed is just so you're not moving slow out on the court, but as a swing, you probably need to be, you know, other than the lock, you need to be the fastest player on defense. Like you're going to need that speed. Your agility is going to be at 80. That's what we talked about with the weight, that 239 weight. You want to have that 80 agility. You cannot be a slow poke on defense. Now your strength is going to be at 85. That 85 strength, just like the lock build, allows you to get a movable enforcer on gold. You're going to need that to be moving ass on the centers. You also get brick wall on silver too on this build. That's underrated. And then obviously you have that box out beast on gold, and your vert is going to be at 80 on this build. That 80 vert completes, you know, the high flying denier to, you know, let you get it on gold or whatever. But that pretty much wraps up this swing build, bro. You gotta, this is the key to the defense right here. This build is so key. Now there's obviously things you could tweak. You might be able to take steal down to 85, bro, and really put the +1 on interceptor and get it up to gold, and that way you're saving more attributes, and you could throw more on finishing if you want. I don't think it's going to be worth it because you're probably not going to be able to get contact dunks anyway. So, you know, having your finishing that high on the swing is not that important. But that pretty much wraps up this build. Now we're going to get into the center build, and this is by far the best center build that you guys will see on NBA 2K25. Now with this center build, it's going to be a little bit different. This is going off the +5 cap breaker that you get at starter 3. So honestly, even without that, this is still the best center build, but with that, it really becomes like by far the best center build. So your height is going to be 7 foot, weight is going to be 246, and then the wingspan is going to be 7'5". Now 7'5" is not crazy for, you know, wingspan, but you're going to have a high vertical, so it's going to help out with your rebounding. So don't worry about wingspan too much. You also kind of have to put that down if you want to be able to pop out too, you know, and have a 3 ball. Now your close shot is going to be at 80. Close shot really matters this year. If you don't have, you know, a close shot, you're not going to be making layups around the rim as a big, bro. You want to have that because you actually have to time your layups this year. Like it's way different than it's ever been in 2K. Your driving layup is going to be a 67 though. Your driving dunk is going to be at 87. So you're able to get contact dunks with this center build. You get the 2-foot contact dunks on a center build, and you're gonna have 3. Now your standing dunk is gonna be a 90. That 90 standing dunk lets you get rise up on gold. Gonna obviously want to have that. Your post control is gonna be a 61. Now your midi is gonna be an 85. That 85 mid range lets you get the silver dead eye. That's key right there. And then you're also gonna be able to hit midi fades and stuff like that, as y'all can see in these clips right here. Your 3 ball is gonna be a 79. That 79-3. Having it maxed out is just gonna help you so much more. Shooting already, you know, is tough this year, so having that 79-3 is going to be key. Your free throw is going to be at 89. Your pass act is going to be at 87. Now the 87 pass act, you're able to get that break starter on gold. You could throw the +1 and get Hall of Fame break starter if you feel like, you know, you're throwing a lot of passes out of bounds, but 87 is going to be just fine. You know, Sanji's been using 75 and he's just my swing, and so 87 on a center is going to be key. Your ball handle is going to be a 52. That'll matter. Speed with ball 40. That'll matter. Your interior defense is going to be a 71. Now you're going to be able to wall up in the paint, going to be able to get there, you know, in the paint and wall up on, you know, inside bigs and everything like that. Now your perimeter is going to be a 40 perimeter defense. That doesn't matter on a center. Your steal is going to be a 67. No, that 67 is going to allow you to get glove on bronze, and then you also get interceptor on bronze. And as I talked about before, as long as you have that badge on bronze, bro, that interceptor on bronze, you're gonna be just fine. My boy Goff has been stealing everything. Y'all see this clip right here, bro. Like, steals are so OP in 2K25. Y'all don't need a high steal. Now your block is gonna be a 78. That 78 block lets you get high flying denier on silver, and that's gonna make up for being slow, you know, out of the corners on defense. So if somebody beats you on a backdoor cut, having that high flying denier on silver, it's gonna allow you to recover and get a chase down block at times. So you want to have that 78 block. Now your offensive rebound, this is where the cap breakers come in. Your offensive rebound is going to be a 94. Now once you have the +5, you're going to be able to throw that on offensive rebound, and now you have a 99 offensive rebound with legend rebound chaser. That's going to be absolutely insane, bro. It's going to be crazy. Now your defensive rebound is going to be at 86. That don't matter too much as long as you have offensive rebound, bro. If you're ever making a center build, please do not go defensive rebound, bro. Go O-board, bro. You got to go O-board. Now your speed is going to be a 70. That's going to allow you to move around the court. You're not going to be as slow as majority of centers. And then your agility is going to be a 50. Your strength is going to be a 91. The 91 strength lets you get brick wall on gold. You got to be able to get your guards open. And then your vertical is going to be at 83. Now the 83 vert, that's important. Now because you went 7'5" wingspan so that you're able to get a high 3 ball, you want to have something that's going to make up for rebounding. So wingspan obviously matters as far as rebounding goes, but vertical matters as well. And because you have that high vertical, not only is it going to help with getting rebounds, but it's going to help with getting blocks. It's going to help with, you know, standing dunks. It's going to help with driving dunks. You're going to be able to get up on the rim. And this build right here is crazy because you can literally do everything on this build. From driving dunks, you can literally get contact dunks, you can standing dunk, you have a 79-3 with an 85 midi, you also have the pass act so you can throw breaks, you have steal, you have block, you have a 99 offensive rebound when you get the +5 cap breakers, and even without that you still have a 94 O-board, and then you're pretty fast for a center as well with the 70 speed. You get the 91 strength. This build is so soup. Now that's pretty much gonna wrap up this video. Make sure you smash the like button and hit the sub button if you plan on making any of these builds in this video. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the builds as well. I feel like all these builds right here is gonna go crazy in Comp Pro Am. If you want to see these builds live in action when we start these Comp Pro Am leagues up, y'all gotta smash that like button if y'all want them Comp Pro Am videos back. But I appreciate all y'all's love and support. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video. Peace.